Hi everyone, and today's video is a science video, and I'm going to attempt to do some science with some things that you might be able to find at home. Obviously we can't do the science in the school at the moment, so some science experiments with things you find at home. And I've got 3 or 4 experiments I'm going to show you, and you can try any ones you like, okay? The first one I'm going to do is called Fizzing Raisins. Now, what you need for this is a glass. Be careful. You need to be able to see through it. It could be plastic or glass, but just be careful. You need to be able to see through it. And then you need some lemonade. What you do is you carefully open the lemonade. It's fizzing. Then you need to carefully, again, pour the lemonade into the glass. Okay, put the lid on. Then, fizzing raisins. What do you think you might need now? Raisins. We get some raisins, not too many, and then we need to pop the raisins into the glass with the lemonade. And then I want you to see what happens. Hopefully you can see there that they're going up and then they're going down. So I'm going to leave that to one side because that's our first experiment. We'll see how that carries on, because I don't think it's going to, well, keep watching it. Right, the next experiment, you're going to need some water. It doesn't have to be a big glass container like this. It could be a washing up bowl. It could be a large glass. That might work as well. But it's helpful if you can see through it. So have a think and see what you can find. Oh, you could even get a bottle, a bigger bottle like this, and when you've drunk the drink, cut the top off, take the label off, and then you've got a nice container where you can see through. So, this one is called floating egg. Now, I hope this works, because it might not. First thing you do is you take an egg, okay? Make sure that all the feathers are off the egg. And then, do you think this egg is going to float or sink? Make a prediction. Let's have a go. It sank. Right, now, okay. How can I make the egg float? What I want you to do, dry your hands off. Let's just sort that out. And you're going to need some salt. And I'd like you to put 10 teaspoons of salt into the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And then I need you to stir it. Okay. Now you want to stir it so that all of the water, all of the salt has dissolved into the water. Keep that stirring. Right, let's have a go. So then what I need you to do is try the egg again. This might not work, but let's see. What do you think will happen? Do you think it's going to sink or float? Oh, it's not sure. just not sure. It's still sinking, isn't it? It's still sinking. Right, let's try something else. Let's put some more salt in there. Now, if you've got a smaller container, you won't need as much salt as this, so don't worry. A bit more salt. The thing about science is that it doesn't always work. A bit more salt. Okay, now let's try that. Let's have another go. Right. Egg, water. Oh. Now, it's beginning. Oh no, it's still sinking. I'm going to carry on. More salt. To ask a grown-up if you can use the salt. Oh dear. My egg. It's quite an old egg. I'll tell you what, let's come back to that a bit later. At the moment, my egg is sinking. Oh, that's a disappointment, but that's the way science works. It doesn't always work. We'll have a go with that. A bit more salt, perhaps. Let's come back to that later. Okay. Now, the next one we're going to do is an experiment with some pieces of paper. Now, an old newspaper is perfect, or just some normal white paper would be fine as well. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to get the two pieces of paper and I'd like you to hold them up in front of you like this. In fact, actually, on your the palms of your hand like this. Okay. Right, what do you think will happen when I drop these pieces of paper? Are they going to stay where they are? Are they going to go up? Are they going to go down? You think they're going to go down? Okay. Are they going to go down quickly or slowly? Let's try it. Ready? Go. Oh. Okay, they fell down slowly. Now, what do you think is going to happen if I screw this one up? Will it be the same, or will they drop differently? Let's have a go. Now, you might not have been able to see that, but the one that I screwed up fell a lot quicker, and the flat one went down like this. So I want you to have a go at that. I've got one more. Oh, excuse me. Now, here's where we've got our tangerine, Satsuma. And if you'll notice that the piece of paper is about the same size as the tangerine, but I want you to feel the weight. Which one is the heaviest? Which one is the lightest? So, the heaviest. Which one do you think? Have a go yourself. But I think the heaviest one is the tangerine. So if I drop these two objects, the piece of paper and the tangerine, which are the same size, but this is heavier, which do you think will hit the floor first? Okay, let's try that. Okay, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Try it again. Important in science to try things more than once, which is why we might come back to the egg and the water. So, together, I'll do it on the table. You can do it higher up. Ooh, it's close. Ready? The same time. So that's interesting. Even though this is heavier, they both fell at the same speed and hit the table at the same time. See if it works for you. Okay, should we try the egg again? Please, come on. What's happened? The egg is floating. Amazing, amazing. Right, let's just have a little bit of that so you can see that close up. Ooh, look at that. The egg, which sank at the beginning, after I put lots and lots of salt in, it started to float. Okay, wow. So I wonder why that is. Perhaps you can find out. Think about, if you've been to the sea, what it's like in the sea. Do you float a bit more perhaps? And what's the water like in the sea? Maybe there's something in there. Okay, I need another little experiment now. I think I've got one more. This one, pasta boats. Now, pasta. Don't use too much. Oh, hold on a minute. Just need some fresh water. Ta-da! New water. Okay, so I've changed the water that had the salt in to plain water. Okay, so what I've got is some pasta. Now, just a quick one. This is really fun to do. If you've got a bucket of water, or maybe a bath, or any container of water, to find things that you can work out whether they float or sink. So, the egg, it sank to start with, then it floated after we put salt in. What do you think about the spoon? It's a metal spoon. Do you think it will float or sink? Let's try. Ah, it sank. Okay. Pasta, float or sink? Only one way to find out. Try it. So, pasta. Try again. It sinks. That's my pasta. Your pasta might float. Have to try it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take 2 pieces of tin foil. Now, first piece of tin foil, I'm going to fold like this. It needs to fit inside the container. So, there we go. There's my tin foil. It floats. Now I'm going to put my pasta, which sank before, onto the tin foil. How many can I get on? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, what's happening? Oh, 4, and it sank. Rats. Okay. Now, I'm going to try something different. The same size piece of tin foil, just to prove it. So there's my wet piece of tin foil. Here's a dry piece of tin foil, and I'm going to make a boat. So be very careful with this. You might need a grown-up to help you. So you're going to make a sort of a boat shape out of the tin foil. Let's see, hopefully I can do this. There's my boat. Now, it's probably a bit. I'm going to just put that now, set sail. Let's video it so you can see it close up. Oops, here we go. So here's my boat. Pop it into my water. Now, how many pieces of pasta can I get in my boat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's already more than last time. 6. Keep going. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my goodness. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20, oh no, I missed that one. 24, 25, oh, 25 pieces of pasta, it sank to the bottom. Right, get those pieces of pasta out, they're still usable. Give them a clean, dry them off, cook them. Okay. Okay, right. Got one more last thing to show you. You've got your Satsuma. Float or sink? Try it. Floats. Now, the interesting thing about a Satsuma is a Satsuma has got a life jacket on. Take the life jacket off. So peel the Satsuma. This is a really easy one to peel. Now, if I've taken the life jacket off a Satsuma, do you think it's going to, oh, it's falling apart. Do you think it's going to float? Or do you think it's going to sink? Oh my goodness, it's broken into lots of pieces. What do you think? Float or sink? Ready? It sinks. So, why do we think that is? Okay, thanks for watching. If you want to do any science experiments yourself, please ask your grown-ups. If you do any science experiments, take a photo of the experiment and send it in to bktv@brentnellschool.co.uk. I'll put it up along the bottom. And yeah, have fun. Oh, by the way, if you've noticed, but my fizzing raisins are still going up and down a little bit. Okay, bye for now. See you soon.